Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Topping our news this evening, Andres Andy Avalos in court for the 5th consecutive day in Manatee County.
A jury is now deliberating his fate after attorneys spent the week debating Avalos' sanity when he allegedly murdered 3 people. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us now live from outside the Manatee County Judicial Center with an update. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Haley, this jury has been deliberating for just under 5 hours now. They were handed this case around just 11 minutes after noon earlier today, and we are continuing to wait for that final verdict.
This man murdered Amber Avalos, Ace Potter, and James Tripp Battle.
Assistant State Attorney Art Brown didn't hold back during Friday's opening statements, showing the jury pictures of Andres Avalos' victims, even reenacting the moments when Avalos murdered his wife Amber.
Choking off somebody's air supply, that vital substance, oxygen we need to survive.
Avalos' attorneys have used family witnesses and doctors to try and prove their client suffered from delusional disorder when he brutally murdered 3 people in 2014.
What Mr. Brown just told you is not evidence. It's the state's version of what they think the evidence shows. I'd ask you to turn that page to look at it from our perspective as well as the state's perspective.
But insanity requires proof that a suspect could not tell right from wrong. Prosecutors say Avalos' confession of taking a cab to Walmart and concern for showing up late to daycare after his crimes paint a different picture.
He can't understand that it's against the law, against our morality, against everything we've learned in our civilization through the passage of time, that it's wrong to kill.
Facing the death penalty, Avalos' life hinging on which story the jury chooses to believe. Now, after just 30 minutes, the jury came back to the judge asking for more evidence to consider, including Avalos' 90-minute confession tape with law enforcement. If they cannot reach a final verdict by 6 p.m. tonight, then they will continue that deliberation on Saturday morning. For now, live in Bradenton, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies are asking for help with information on a possible homicide. Deputies were called to a residential area near Leonard Reed Avenue and 32nd Street around 10 o'clock last night. Deputies say a woman found a man's body in her backyard. The victim has been identified as Alpha Victor Young of Sarasota. Anyone with information is urged to call Sarasota County Crime Stoppers at 366-TIPS. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office makes another arrest in the ongoing fight against the opioid epidemic. Deputies arresting Michael Bennett yesterday. They say Bennett sold carfentanil in recovering addict in January. Bennett warned the victim to slowly inject the drug because it's an opioid 10,000 times stronger than morphine. The victim overdosed and would have likely died if it had not been revived. Bennett is now facing a culpable negligence charge.
A senior community in Bradenton is shocked to learn that pine trees on their property were cut down. The community called Mirabella is known for being environmentally friendly and located in West Bradenton. The trees were planted about a month ago as part of the development's eco-friendly approach. They also estimate that 77 trees were cut, causing more than $11,000 in damage. Residents describe the eco-friendly community as safe and modern, but now their safety has been violated, they say, and they just want those responsible to be punished.
And they came along and they just cut the bottom right here so that the tree would stay staked up and you would never know it was cut until it started dying.
The Bradenton Police Department is currently investigating this case. As for the community, they are offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of those vandals.
Well, a lot of areas getting some relief from that heat today with some rain out there. Let's get the latest from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yesterday it was record heat. Today some heavier showers and storms as expected. No records today because of the increased moisture that's around. On top of that, some heavier showers have been building up. We also have lightning now, as we expected, as the upper level of the atmosphere now a little bit more moist, and so the storms are able to get a little higher in the atmosphere and generate that lightning. You can see some heavy rainfall near the Venetian, stretching across Venice, right there near Osprey. And then look at this, heavy rain from Palmetto near downtown Bradenton, and then places to the southeast of that near Terra, stretching down toward Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch, some light rain now, but they had some heavier stuff earlier. And right there near the airport, stretching US 41 downtown Sarasota, finally getting some rainfall. Much needed rain in Bee Ridge and Sarasota, and you can see what's going on here. Some heavier rain now getting set to move into Northport. A few lightning strikes have occurred with this cell in particular heading toward Nokomis. And look at this, some bolts from the blue, and that can happen sometimes outside the rain area. You get a couple of lightning strikes that can be quite surprising to folks, especially out on the beaches. So be careful out there. It may not be raining, but you could still see some lightning strikes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. 4 Suncoast families are looking for a new place to live tonight after a fire damaged multiple units at a condo complex in Sarasota.
The fire started around 8 o'clock last night at Fairway Oaks apartment complex off of Fruitville Road. And now the state fire marshal's office is investigating the cause. ABC 7's Erica Jackson is joining us live from that complex with how residents have been affected. Erica.
Good evening. The Sarasota County Fire Department was able to get the fire under control at 30 minutes after receiving the call. But now 4 units are severely damaged, and those residents are left to pick up the pieces, and cleanup begins.
Everything is burned, you know. My room is burned.
30 minutes severely changing the lives of 4 families in Fairway Oaks condominiums.
Surprise, you know, I living for my house right here than 10 years. It's living with my family, my daughter's right here.
And now they're left to pick up the pieces in the family community.
The real challenge is we're going to an occupancy that multifamilies are living in. So first concern to us is life safety. We had to go through and thoroughly make sure we had an all clear of all the occupants of that building.
Sarasota County Emergency Management says it received the call of the fire affecting the 2-story 4-unit building just after 8 p.m. Thursday. Crews arrived to find visible smoke and flames on the roof and throughout the building. The age of the building may have played a role in the quick destruction.
Probably just because an older building, wood frame construction, fire spread quickly up from the outside of the unit up into the attic space.
Residents say all units are inhabitable for now. The Red Cross is helping several of the families by providing financial assistance and find temporary housing. Jose Lopez rents the end unit from a landlord and says the group is having trouble finding a temporary 4-bedroom home for $1,000 per month.
My plan, I don't have plan now. I don't have money for this.
None of the residents were injured in the fire. One firefighter was sent to the hospital as a precaution for heat exhaustion, but has since been released. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Erica Jackson. Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you. A follow-up now on a 5-alarm fire at a Bradenton business that burned for hours yesterday. An employee at Callahan Tires on 12th Street Court East says the shop is closed today while the state fire marshal investigates. That fire broke out at the warehouse around noon on Thursday. Thousands of tires were burned. 2 firefighters had to be treated for smoke inhalation, and the fire led to evacuations in that area. Fortunately, the damage was limited to tires that were outside of the warehouse, which were slated to be retreaded. Callahan Tires is expected to reopen on Monday.
It's the news that rocked the circus world. This Sunday will be the final day for the greatest show on earth. After nearly 150 years, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey Circus will perform its last show in Uniondale, New York on Sunday. As the show comes to a close, performers will be forced to look for circus careers elsewhere if they plan to stay in the industry. And remember, you can watch the performance live on Sunday. Feld Entertainment will be streaming it on Facebook and on the circus website. It's the end of an era, that's for sure. Although circus shows, this is not the only circus.
Right.
I mean, we have Circus Sarasota.
Yeah.
I know Nick Walenda is going to be in the Big Apple Circus, so there's other ways to see these type of performances.
It's just the one that's the most well-known. That's sort of the brand of what the
Yeah,
circus
it's
is,
like
so.
an American icon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, shocking new video released of the chaos after a car plowed through a crowded sidewalk in Times Square.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your weekend weather forecast. And is your doctor younger or older? How the age of your physician could affect the chances of you getting better.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No smile.
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Today, the man charged with mowing down a crowd in Times Square is behind bars and facing charges.
Almost 24 people were hurt and a teenager from Michigan was killed. Tonight, we have new video from the scene that some viewers may find hard to watch. ABC's Emily Rao has more on the suspect.
Richard Rojas appeared in court on Friday, just about 24 hours after police say he deliberately pulled a U-turn in Times Square and started plowing down pedestrians.
He waited for those cars to pass and he accelerated, striking down these pedestrians. That goes to his state of mind and his motivation.
Surveillance video now piecing together a timeline. Investigators say Rojas left his house at 10:30 and drove straight to Times Square.
We got a car running people over for 2 and 7.
18-year-old Alyssa Ellman and her 13-year-old sister among the first victims. Alyssa did not survive. Her sister now in the hospital with a collapsed lung.
The screaming and hearing the engine revving, and it was just all so quick because before screams, the revving, and then the impact.
Witnesses describing him as crazed. He told police he smoked marijuana laced with PCP. Extra concrete barricades are now in place on several blocks where police say Rojas kept accelerating until he crashed.
He actually goes underneath a scaffold. Parts of his car, the side view mirror, license plates are falling off as he's striking these pedestrians. People are being dragged. They're on top of the car.
7 victims are still in the hospital. The next step now, detectives will be searching the home of Richard Rojas and talking to his family, looking for some kind of clue as to why he may have done this. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
Starting tomorrow, divers across the state and here on the Suncoast will start hunting lionfish. Lionfish are an invasive species that pose a threat to Florida's ecosystem. And every year, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission asks divers to help remove them. The Lionfish Challenge begins tomorrow. It runs through September 4th. Participants can win prizes, rewards, trophies. The FWC hopes to remove at least 50,000 lionfish throughout the challenge and other activities. Got all summer to start hunting them.
And you can eat them as long as you prepare them correctly.
It's pretty amazing if they're ever going to get a handle on it. You know, obviously it's going to be tough going because they're such an invasive species, and that's the reason why they want to eradicate them as much as they can. We don't want to get rid of the storms. We need the storms. We got to get rid of the lightning, obviously, and that's a problem. We showed that earlier, some lightning, some outside of the rain area. And we have had a beautiful, again, sunny and warm day today. Not as hot as yesterday, but still temperatures into the upper 80s to low 90s before the clouds moved in and the rains brought us some Mother Nature's air conditioner, if we call it. And you see some of that actually showing up on our lens there and our webcam, and this also with the Van Wezel webcam, showing some showers around, moving across the region. This is the most activity we've had in quite some time as a result of just a little bit more moisture as anticipated, moving up from the Bahamas and then traveling through South Florida overnight, and now in place with the daytime heating, little sea breeze kicking in. The two shall meet and create showers and storms. This is typically what we see during the summer months, maybe a little bit more activity and a lot more lightning. Although we haven't had many lightning strikes over the past couple of days, the upper levels of the atmosphere are starting to moisten up a bit, and that's allowing us to see some strikes here and there. Had some heavy rain near Lakewood Ranch earlier. Another shower developing just to the southeast, so get ready for more rain. And this one now moving through Palmetto, heavy rain near Bradenton, all the way up to near Ellenton, the outflow boundary, creating some other showers here later on down the road. And that rain producing some lightning there along I-75 and State Road 70, or I should say 64. And now looking into that, you see that heavy rain near Onico stretching to Samoset up into Bradenton now, a lightning strike there just occurring. And as far as the tops of the storms go, they're up to about 30,000. You know, yesterday's showers were only about 20,000. They couldn't get into the part where it starts to ice up a little bit in the storm, creating that lightning potential anyway. And the one down south near Venice, also up to 30,000 feet there. So things are looking a little bit more impressive as far as the heavy rainfall goes too. So we are seeing some areas, some moderate to heavy rainfall at times near Northport and around Port Charlotte, 7/10 of an inch, as well as to near Venice and South Venice, there to the east anyway of Venice, 84 at the airport. And some rain right now, dew point 71, winds out of the south-southeast at 7. The pressure has been falling at 29.96 inches. Tomorrow, similar conditions, I think. We'll see showers and storms developing late tomorrow as the sea breeze kicks in. More convergence or storms setting up along the interstate and pushing off toward the west-northwest in time. It's not going to be a rain out. We'll have a beautiful day throughout most of it. As I mentioned, showers and storms gathering late in the afternoon and evening. As the sea breeze develops, there's always a slight chance at around 1 or 2 o'clock for a brief shower, nothing heavy. And then the heavier storms, if they develop, will be late in the afternoon and early evening. Big storms firing up again with this area of low pressure, which is bringing snowfall into Colorado, into Wyoming. This area of low pressure also is producing severe weather and tornadic activity from Texas all the way up into Missouri. These are active tornado warnings now in effect for near Springfield, Missouri, and another one just to the west of Wichita. More tornado warnings anticipated through the night as a very volatile situation takes place there. We'll see that moisture move in again tomorrow afternoon. Showers and storms developing, pushing offshore. Here comes a front that'll change things up a little bit on Sunday, but more so on Monday. We'll start to see inland storms pushing back toward the east coast as opposed to the west coast due to that approach of the front. Now, as far as the boating is concerned, southeast winds at 15 knots. They'll turn more to the south in the afternoon at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. The water temperature at 84 degrees. That's really warmed up, and we'll have an 88-degree high at the beaches. High tide upcoming, 7:16, and a low tide will be at 3:16. Sunset at 8:14. Scattered storms, then partly cloudy, 72 for your low. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, afternoon late storms, 91. So another hot one tomorrow. The extended forecast is calling for a slight chance for showers on Sunday. There'll still be a few around, and then mainly inland storms Monday and Tuesday. And notice what happens on Wednesday. 50% chance for storms, and it cools down as a cold front gets close to us. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No major crashes in the area, but on the interstate, we're seeing some slowdowns from congestion on I-75 heading northbound in Manatee County. This is between State Road 70 and 64, and then north of there. And then in Sarasota, between Bee Ridge and Fruitville, slow going both ways at this hour. Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. In Health News tonight, patients may have better outcomes with younger doctors. That's the finding of a study by Harvard Medical School. For physicians under the age of 40, patients' mortality rate was 10.8%. That edged up to just over 11% for patients treated by doctors in their 40s. It was slightly higher than that for doctors in their 50s. This could be because older doctors aren't keeping up with the latest technology, studies, or medication. But there does seem to be an exception. Doctors who see a large number of patients did not lose their skills as they got older, and patient mortality rates were comparable for these doctors no matter their age. A new study shows the HPV vaccine may lower the risk of oral cancer in men. In the study, no men who had received at least one dose were later found to have infections of HPV strains linked to cancer. But more than 2% of unvaccinated men did have them. Results were released by the American Society of Clinical Oncology. HPV is being linked to 70% of cancers in the mouth and the back of the throat. They are 4 times more prevalent in men than in women. The 3-dose vaccine is recommended for males and females ages 9 to 26. Your facial beauty is only one factor, apparently, that makes you attractive to other people. According to a paper published in Frontiers of Psychology, other factors like your scent and your voice play into your attractiveness. Your scent can reveal things to others, such as the presence of certain health conditions and your genetic makeup. And previous studies have shown that your voice can as well. Apparently, women's voices change along with their menstrual cycle and could provide clues about their fertility. In general, people perceive a more attractive voice for women to be higher in pitch and lower in pitch for men. Coming up, a fun ride on a Ferris wheel turns dangerous when several passengers fall off of the ride. Plus, a discovery that scientists say may be a major breakthrough in a global energy revolution.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand. And all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota Bradenton Airport on US 41.
A night at a festival takes a terrifying turn. A Ferris wheel bucket flips, sending 3 riders, including a child, to the ground. The accident happened last night in Port Townsend in Washington State during the town's annual festival. Rescue crews say 2 women and a 7-year-old boy fell 15 feet from the Ferris wheel when the bucket they were in flipped over. They all landed on a metal platform. A 59-year-old woman suffered multiple fractures, including an open head injury. She was flown to the hospital in critical condition, but is expected to survive. Texas firefighters are mourning the loss of one of their own following a massive blaze at a San Antonio shopping center. The fire started in a computer repair store. Part of the building collapsed, trapping a firefighter inside. Scott Dean was later found dead inside the burned out building. He is the first San Antonio firefighter killed in the line of duty in 20 years. The owner of the store says cameras inside the business captured an explosion. An investigation into what caused the blast is now ongoing.
Now to what may be a major breakthrough in a global energy revolution. Some scientists claim they have successfully mined flammable ice in the South China Sea. Combustible ice is a natural gas hydrate containing methane found in underwater tundra. It looks like ice, but when it's melted, it actually releases natural gas. According to the China Geological Survey, the hydrate was successfully mined for 8 days. Breeders in northeast China say Siberian tiger quintuplets born in northeast China are doing well and looking adorable. That's great news, seeing the cubs, 2 females and 3 males, were abandoned by their mother. Now breeders are raising the cubs themselves and say they are growing very quickly.
That looks like a fun job.
I would take that job. And look at them snoozing. So cute. They are doing well. That's hard when these little ones are abandoned, but it's great that these rescue organizations and zoos and they're able to, you know, scoop them up and care for them.
And they're going to grow quick.
Yes, they'll be big pretty soon. And still to come on your Suncoast News, a time of crisis actually brings the community together.
How individuals and businesses are helping firefighters battle a lasting wildfire in Northport.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your buckets all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Batesville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone and dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wheel.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia. But the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.